Hello folks! It's your boy, Mr. Potato, back with another steaming hot serving of scandalous stew. Today, we're dishing on Lockheed Martin, the defense giant who apparently took defense budget to mean personal piggy bank. Now, I'm sure you've heard whispers of defense contracts, and the controversy wrapped around them like a shroud. Well, we're not just whispering today, we're shouting from the rooftops about this Lockheed Martin scandal. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider becoming a member for some truly tantalizing benefits. Now, without wasting a moment, let's unravel this twisted tale of corporate chaos. Alright, strap in folks. We're about to navigate the Lockheed labyrinth, where up is down, down is up, and $1 billion is just pocket change. Now, let's dive into the murky waters of the Lockheed Martin scandal. Picture this. You're a giant defense contractor, Lockheed Martin, and you've got a pretty sweet deal going. You're raking in billions from defense funding, all while the oversight committee is out to lunch, literally and figuratively. But wait, it gets better. Or should I say, it gets worse. You see, Lockheed Martin didn't just use this money to build top-of-the-line defense systems or to ensure the safety of our nation. Oh no, they decided to take a page out of the How to Misuse Taxpayer Money manual and gave it a read. We're talking about inflated prices, subpar products, and a massive game of hide and seek with the funds. It's like they were playing Monopoly with the defense budget, and they had the bank on their side. Now, you might be thinking, surely someone noticed, right? Well, that's where the plot thickens. The lack of oversight and accountability in this situation is almost as shocking as the scandal itself. It's like leaving a fox to guard the hen house and then acting surprised when there are no hens left. And the implications for taxpayers, well, they're as heavy as the price tag on one of Lockheed Martin's overpriced defense systems. Imagine working hard, paying your taxes, and then finding out those dollars were used to fund a defense contractor's version of a shopping spree. So, we've got a defense contractor playing fast and loose with billions of dollars, an oversight committee that's seemingly on a permanent vacation, and taxpayers left holding the bill. Sounds like a riveting thriller, doesn't it? Except it's not fiction, it's reality. And that, my friends, is how you turn a defense budget into a personal ATM. But wait, there's more. Now, let's hop on the congressional carousel where politicians and money go round and round until we all get dizzy. In this fascinating world of politics, it's not just about legislation and public service. Oh no, there's a whole other side that's more like a Wall Street trading floor than a government building. You see, many of our elected officials are playing double duty as investors in the very industries they're supposed to regulate. Talk about a conflict of interest. Take Lockheed Martin, for instance. You'd think that being one of the world's biggest defense contractors would be enough. But no, they've got their fingers in another pie. The portfolios of at least 20 members of Congress or their spouses. That's right, these politicians have a personal financial stake in Lockheed Martin's success. And as the company's profits soar with the latest Ukraine aid package, it's not just Lockheed Martin laughing all the way to the bank. Now, I'm no financial advisor, but something seems a tad fishy here, don't you think? It's almost like these politicians are riding a merry-go-round, where the brass ring is a profitable stock portfolio, rather than the interests of the people they're supposed to represent. But wait, there's more. Some of these lawmakers even made stock trades around the time when weapons were being sent to Ukraine. Coincidence? Or are we seeing the invisible hand of the market pulling the strings of power? It's a question that's raising eyebrows and calls for a ban on lawmakers trading stocks. This congressional carousel spins a web of potential conflicts of interest and erodes public trust in our government officials. The merry-go-round of money and politics leaves us wondering who's really in control here. Is it the people, or is it the almighty dollar? So there you have it, folks. The carousel keeps spinning, and Lockheed Martin keeps winning. But what about the taxpayers? Let's find out. Now, we've come to the taxpayer twist, where the average Joe foots the bill, and the big guys laugh all the way to the bank. Imagine this scenario. You walk into a store to buy a brand new smartphone. You pay top dollar, expecting the best of the best. But when you open the box, you find an old flip phone from the early 2000s. Sounds absurd, right? Well, welcome to the world of defense contracts, my friends. In the grand Lockheed Martin scandal, the taxpayers, that's you and me, are the ones picking up the tab. And it's not just a small check we're talking about here, it's a check written out for billions of dollars. Oh yes, that's billions with a B. The inflated prices we end up paying would be somewhat justifiable if we were getting top-notch, state-of-the-art defense equipment. But alas, that's not always the case. Instead, we often end up with subpar products that wouldn't pass muster in a high school science fair. Now, you might be wondering, how does this happen? Well, it's simple really. The big defense contractors like Lockheed Martin, they've got this dance down to a science. First, they charm the government with promises of cutting-edge tech, then they inflate the prices because hey, who's going to say no to national security, right? And finally, they deliver a product that's about as cutting edge as a butter knife, but by the time anyone realizes, they're already halfway to the bank, leaving you and me to foot the bill for their shoddy work. It's like being invited to a party only to find out you're not just a guest, but also the caterer, the DJ, and the cleanup crew. And the worst part, you're not even getting to enjoy the party. So next time you hear about a new defense contract, remember the taxpayer twist. It's a dance where you pay the piper, but someone else calls the tune. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the taxpayer twist. A dance where you pay the band, but someone else takes the floor. So, what have we learned from this scandalous saga? We've uncovered the intricate web spun by Lockheed Martin, a giant in the defense industry, and how it's entwined with the world of politics. We've seen the revolving door between Congress and defense contractors, with lawmakers investing in the very companies they should be regulating. And let's not forget the unsuspecting taxpayers footing the bill for these inflated defense contracts. In the end, it's clear that when it comes to defense contracts, it's not just about defending the country, it's also about defending those bank balances. Until next time, this is Mr. Potato, peeling back the layers of the truth.